Welcome to Herf Zone Live. I'm so sorry we are late tonight. We had some technical difficulties trying to help out my guests tonight, but the show must go on. It's still a new show. It's episode 3. So welcome to our show, the cigar show that's unlike any other cigar show, where we interview people outside the cigar industry who smoke cigars, and some don't, and some will agree to try. But either way, we will deliver awesome content. Before we get started, I want to thank this week's product sponsor, Córdoba Morales Cigars. Tonight we will be smoking Celestina by Córdoba Morales Cigars. Z and Emille, they're personal friends of mine and have been for a long time now. Make sure you check out www.cnmcigars.com to learn about all the great cigars made by Z and learn about his family history in tobacco. It all began in a sandy field in Pinar del Rio, Cuba. Our family's tradition of nurturing a cigar from seed to ash is deeply rooted in secrets passed down from generation to generation. Nothing is overlooked, from selecting seed to curing and aging the perfect tobacco for each and every blend. Celestina grew up in the tobacco fields, learning traditions from her ancestors. She would eventually pass along to our co-founder, Azarias Z. Mustafa. As Z's grandma, childhood best friend, and mentor, she taught him everything she knew about tobacco, from caring for the plants to rolling a supreme cigar. Celestina passed away at the young age of 83 in 1989, but she didn't leave us. Z, along with his longtime friend and business partner, Emille Andino, created Córdoba Morales to honor Celestina and ensure the family legacy for years to come. What started as a small project for Z to have private label cigars to smoke on the golf course has grown into one of the most celebrated boutique brands in modern cigars. So yes, this is an awesome cigar that Z sent me and Rabbit Mcneno to smoke on the show tonight. So without further ado, I know we were late and all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and bring on our guest tonight. I know he's in the green room right now. Looks like he's situated. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring him on. And without further ado, Rabbit Mcneno, what's going on, bro?
What's up, my brother? How you doing, man?
Everything is good. I hear you well. Hopefully you can hear me well.
Yeah, most definitely. I can hear you pretty good.
All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure. I have to wear headphones because last week we had some clipping, from the feedback and all that. So yeah, I'm glad you agreed to come on the show, man. It's been a while from, I first heard about you, listening to Them Damn Dogs. Shouts out to Raylo. And, hearing the song, don't hate.
Right.
The song's catchy, you know what I mean? So,
yeah,
and then plus I saw, you smoke cigars as I started following you more. And I'm like, you know what? He's the only rapper that I know that smokes cigars. And so, just started chopping it up and all that good stuff. So, you got your Celestina, right, that I sent you this week. So hopefully you got it cut already. And we're gonna go ahead and cut and light right now before we get into the interview.
I actually got your package. I'm about to,
Oh, you about to just open the whole package? You ain't even opened it yet.
Yeah. Thanks for the package, man. I appreciate you.
Oh, definitely. And yeah, definitely, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and light. Well, I'll wait till you get your cigar. We'll light it at the same time here.
True.
Now that we're live. We can just relax a little bit because the thing about showbiz, sometimes technical issues make things difficult, but it's learning.
Yeah.
It's helping me to grow as somebody who produces a live show, because I have nightmares all the time about stuff like this, but hey, it's not as bad. You just have to face it. Right
by that, my brother.
Because when you try to do live stuff, man, anything can happen, so you just gotta take it in stride. So yeah, it's the Celestina is what we're smoking. They are wonderful product sponsors. I've known Z and Emille for like over 7 years. They live over in the Orlando, not Oviedo, but like Deltona area. And Z, he makes a lot of cigars for a lot of people. He's got a full line of cigars. And Córdoba Morales, they make some good stuff. And I forgot to mention in the intro though. If you go to www.cnmcigars.com, this is for anybody watching. They have it's actually in the comment section here on YouTube, but you can look up all the retailers that carry their cigar. So if if anybody was interested in trying it, please support our sponsors and everything. Shoot, I'm just gonna go ahead and light this because you're already basically there, so you just gotta cut it.
Right.
While we getting things started off here.
Got a nice texture to it, like texture.
Oh yeah, this is a cigar that's that's meant to honor his grandmother. So if you look on the band, it's got his grandma Celestina, and I forgot what I used to be a part of a website called Stogie Press, and I brought this cigar so that we could rate it, and I forgot what it was rated. I should have wrote it in my show notes. I even told my buddy Boston Jimmy that I still shouted him out. I just forgot what the rating was.
Okay.
This is a nice medium body cigar. I didn't really know what strength of cigars you typically smoke. If I didn't want anything that was going to overpower you or something that wasn't too mild. So.
Right. It was perfect. It was a good smoke because I like a medium.
Okay, yeah. So the Celestina definitely, Z did good. I just told him, I said, look, I smoke everything you make, so just send me whatever you want me to push. So yeah, we're gonna get into the interview now. So where are you originally from? Because when I I met you a couple weeks ago in person for the first time, and I thought because I forget Fort Pierce is in Port St. Lucie. They call you St. Lucie County Big Dog. So I thought you was from Port St. Lucie, and then when you was like Fort Pierce. So are you originally from Fort Pierce? Yeah,
I'm originally from Fort Pierce. Born and raised.
Okay. So what was like growing up for you? Like just the early days.
Actually, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Be honest with you. It was bad for me. Crime rate really high where I'm from. So, growing up was typical, but played. I played football and done things like that, but eventually, some kind of way I lost track and running the streets and stuff like that. And it's hard in Fort Pierce for the young ones growing up, and if they can grab a father figure somewhere in this area, role model, that'd be perfect for them. But this is a bad area. But guys like me, came along the way. Me and a few other guys, we just trying to change the environment, to help out with the kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. So how did you get the name Rabbit Mcnino?
It's because of my leadership, Well, the name Rabbit also comes from my grandma. She's been passed away a year. And Rabbit, every time she saw me, my dad used to come, and I always run from him. So he used to run me around the house. So she named me Rabbit. But Mcnino was given to me by my friends. All my people I ran with. Mcnino is like it's more of a leadership name. Mcnino as saying the Mcnino of the crowd. Of the clique, Because all about, like I said, all about the leadership. I led my friends and family in the right direction, and I was like the one that they call on.
Yeah, definitely. That definitely makes sense. It's definitely an interesting name, but now that you tell the story behind it, it helps to make sense and all that. So, and listening to your music, you're kind of like, you're sort of like Tupac. You have music about all kinds of topics. Some of it, involving street life. Some of it's about uplifting people. Some of it's, you touch on whatever topic that, that you come across, whatever you feel like writing about. So, now, I know you kind of briefly mentioned it, but when did you jump off the porch when you were younger? So during that time, how were you living life? You don't have to get into specifics. I'm not DJ Vlad. I'm not going to sit there and,
right.
but I mean, but just a general synopsis, if you will.
But I jumped out in the street life. Like I told you, I was playing football at first, and just hanging around with friends, or start running the streets. And once you start running those streets, then one thing about it, the streets don't love you. I want to let all the youngsters and everybody that's watching the show know that when you get caught up in those streets, you'll think the streets love you because of the silly choices and the bad decisions you're making. So you'll think people gravitate to that. But in actuality, the streets don't love you at all. You won't get nothing good come from the streets. But jail, death, bad things happen to you. So what worked for me was I started to realize and understand that I got a purpose. I got a purpose. With your leadership, you can lead in two ways. You can lead in a bad way. You can lead in a good way. You know what I'm saying? And I chose to lead in a good way. For the last 10 years, I've been doing, right by my community, right by my family, kids, and everything. I've been really a changed man.
Yeah, that's awesome, and that's part of the reason why I rock with you, because I rock with everybody, but somebody who could just take their past and and just straight up change their life. That's right. That's people I got a lot of love for, and that's people I try to show in the spotlight. You know what I mean? So, how long have you been rapping, and how did you start rapping?
Well, my best friend name is Toby, and he always told me to pursue it. He always told me I was the best, and I want to let you guys know he passed away when he was 16 years old, 2003. So that's another thing I was telling you about those streets. Yeah. So when I lost my best friend, I lost a lot out here, and but when he passed, all I could hear him in my ear, like, man, go ahead, man, do it, man, you good, man, So I took it serious, man, and started rapping and doing singles. Then I started doing mixtapes, the videos. My buzz and my grind was relentless with the music, and I can honestly say I'm one of the pioneers here with the music. And then a lot of people look up to me with the music, the topics I speak on, like that you just mentioned. And I got the attention to Raylo and the Damn Dolls. He hosted 2 of my mixtapes. DJ DA hosted 2 of my mixtapes. I did countless videos, heartfelt music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. And who are some of your influences as a rapper? People that you influence your music, just that you like, you grew up listening to, you currently listen to, whatever.
Master P is like a role model to me.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, from the music to his business ventures. He built a multi-million-dollar empire, and he came from where I came from. So that's why he gave me so much inspiration. But I always admired Master P. Always admired Master P because of the grind and the way he turned his life around, and he want more. He don't give up, and he showed me that I can be the same thing. I can be the same way. Currently, music-wise, I like Jeezy, Young Jeezy, and Lil Boosie, Yo Gotti, but out of all of them, it's Master P. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, man! Back in the day, I'm a big Master P fan too. And back when I was younger, way before they signed Tebow the Firecracker, I was like, I used to rap, but I wasn't that good back then. But I was trying to record a tape on a karaoke machine, like, yo, I'm gonna be the first white boy on No Limit and all that.
True that. True that.
Then, I was 11 years old. I used to have a No Limit tank, and I was a huge fan. So still am. He's transcended generations. So like if you're a rapper and you got that type of career, and it's not just music, I could see you as definitely having that influence transcending generations.
Right. Right.
And so,
And
you're not just a rapper, though. You also have, I'm talking about all the aspects. So,
oh
if
yeah,
you
yeah.
touch on something, we're gonna expound later. But, so tell me about VSMC. That's your entertainment company, and your crew, I guess. How did you, get all that started and begin to grow your movement?
Actually, my brother I was telling you about, my best friend Toby, when he was living, we from the side of a project. We live in the projects. That's where we from, the projects in Fort Pierce, Florida. And it's called the Vietnam out there. That's what it's called. So
okay. I mean, it's similar to that in Cocoa, where I'm from. I'm from Rockledge and Cocoa area. In Cocoa, they used to have apartments called Little Vietnam.
Right, and then like the short, we call it Vietnam, and the short abbreviation was V side. You know what I'm saying? So V side, the Vietnam side. So at the end of the day, we was in those streets, dipping and dabbing, like I explained earlier. So what we named it was V side. It stands for VSMC, means V side money count. You know what I'm saying? It's V side money count, and when I told you, my friend told me before he passed, man, go ahead and put the music out, man. Go ahead and do your thing. So I started, drop songs and stuff, and the label V-Side Money Count Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So that's why everything you see me does on a flyer, you'll see it says VSMC Presents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the label. Everything independent,
Yeah, definitely. Independence the way to be nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Because you have full control over everything.
That's the route you want to go.
Yeah, definitely. So I first heard you. I started listening to. I met Raylo in Cocoa and at Vibes, which is a club out there, and so that's how I heard about Them Damn Dogs. And I first heard you. On the radio when they were playing your song, they played the song "The Don't Hate." I think they also play the one song, "You Ain't Got to Lie." Is that you? The one "You Ain't Got to Lie," Craig?
Yeah, man. That's one of my.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't getting confused because I have a pretty good memory, but I don't want to be confused on other people's shit. But
right.
So they played y'all. How did you hook up with Them Damn Dogs and and start to get that type of exposure?
I want to speak on that. I'm gonna get right back to you on that. My lady called. I want to show we going live but she can entertain and watch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you go to my page, I shared out the link. So if you just share out the link.
Hey, I'm answer this right here. Check this out. Look, you looking? Look.
Well, we live.
This my brother. We live right here. You remember when I met him at the at Titusville at the game? He's doing a live interview with me on Smoke on his Cigars. But you can go on his page and check out the link. Check out the whole interview. Hey.
Or tell her to go to type in Team Shirtless Mike on YouTube because we're live on YouTube.
We live on YouTube. Type in Team Shirtless Mike on YouTube.
And then she can, leave comments. I'll put the comments on the screen, all that.
Team Shirtless Mike on YouTube. All right.
It's hot enough out here. It's shirtless. This is the first show I did shirtless so far. So yeah,
and that's how you do. That's how you do it. That's how you do that.
That's how I got famous in the cigar world. Just being me, just taking shirtless pictures, all that. So yeah. So going back, got to keep you on track here. How did I heard about you on the radio, blah blah blah. How did you hook up with Them Damn Dogs?
It was like, the saying that they say, real recognize real. It was one of those type of things, you know what I'm saying? But like I told you earlier, with everything I do, I be relentless with my grind. So he was well, everybody know the damn dogs anyway.
Yeah,
because they've been doing their thing way back.
mm-hmm.
They were some of the best DJs in Florida, period. And
Yep.
What happened was the guys had a radio show in the Fort Pierce in 91.1, you know, and they pretty much like they see how I study go up there, I study bring singles, you know, and they see my grind. So relentless, we after that we just touch bases back to back. So they're like, man, you know what? You always coming, man. You always trying to push yourself, and from there we made history. They put like at least 4 of my singles on the radio for long periods of time. They hosted 2 of the mixtapes. I did a couple of my community events I did for the community. They came out and they DJ'd, played the music. They hosted a couple of events, Palm Beach, where they're from. I went and supported them. So we pretty much, after the chemistry match, it was through the roof from there. And actually, I talked to Raylo the other day.
Yeah, man. Oh, and for those who don't know, I am not Raylo. When you see me at a club event, and I know we look like twins, everybody's always like Raylo, Raylo.
And for the people watching and tuning in, you can go to thatpiff.com, type in my name, Rabbit Mcnino, and you can get the 2 mixtapes that Raylo hosted. You can check them out, download them, things like that. Thatpiff.com, Rabbit Mcnino.
Definitely got to go get that. And so based on the exposure that you've gotten from being on the radio, did that lead to doing more shows? And what's your favorite show that you've done? And what was that experience like?
My favorite show, I can say, actually, it was right before Raylo. I opened up for Future.
Oh, nice.
And it was not only me; it was my VSMC camp. Young Charles, Chopper, OG, Beezy Boy. There's a couple of us, and it was a big show, man. It was a big show, and that show got us a whole lot of recognition. And from then, the phone just kept ringing. Then I started to work on my video. You know what I'm saying? Being versatile. And actually, I put out 4 solo mixtapes, and right now, I got a 5th mixtape called "Making My Mark," and I'm about to put that out. And matter of fact, I wanted to end it with a bang. I hit Raylo up, and he said he'll finish that mixtape up for me. So be out on the lookout for that. "Making My Mark," the mixtape.
Nice. I was actually, I think you got one of the singles out or whatever. You got a video of this song, Making My Mark. Right. I was listening to that because when I was trying to wait for you to come on the green room, I like to sit with I have to get my mind right for the show. So if I have I'll make sure I play their music and just get in that vibe to chill or whatever. So I was listening to that song. And moving on here. So who are some other rappers locally that you've collabed with?
I got a heartfelt song that played on the radio. Raylo took a liking into that song. He took a liking into that song, and he played that for like 6 months straight on the radio. It's that song Tupac, which is he's my best rapper. You know what I'm saying? My female robot, but Tupac best rapper. Tupac "To Live and Die in L.A."
Yeah.
When that song he made "To Live and Die in L.A." I actually remixed it, and I named it "To Live and Die in the PJs." Yeah. Which is mean the projects. So. Oh yeah. And I collaborated with a girl named Kenya Ruffin. She's a singer, one of our best singers St. Lucie County ever seen. And she sung the hook, and that song went through the roof. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I was listening to that song too. So you know, like I was having a little jam session. And I was like, man, let me get this man in the green room. But so yeah, so
Uh-huh.
the, so those were like pretty much the artists that you collab with, though. I didn't want to like interrupt you before we moved on or nothing.
Yeah, that's one of the artists that I collaborated with. I did a song with a good friend of mine named Terrence Yerby. He sang grown folk music. That's his independent company. And that song was trying to awaken Fort Pierce on a lot of topics of things that was being done wrong and right. So that was a song to uplift Fort Pierce. So
Nice.
yeah, and other than that, the in-house family, the kid, my guys that's on the label, we tag team on the mixtape.
Yeah, definitely. And so, well, I know you've kind of mentioned mixtapes and all that stuff, but mixtape wise, you've worked, with Dim Dam Dogs, DJ DA, like we've already mentioned. What was it like having them host your mixtapes? Were you all in the studio together, or was it more like just sending files over for them to talk over and do mixes too?
It was both. It
Okay.
was both because we was hands on with the projects, making sure that we on the same level. So I go into the radio station and the studio with them and chop it up. This how we gonna do it. Do you like this? You like that? And it was like that. And sometimes I'm on the road, they're on the road, and we chopping up on the phone, and we'll send 1 or 2 tracks. But from the most part, we was hands on with the mixtape. Even from the cover art to the mixtape song, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
So I want to give those 2 fellas respect and a shout out, for collaborating with me.
definitely, man. I know. I mean, I know them. We're not super close, but like I know them. We definitely have known each other for quite a few years. And when I used to walk pinups, DJ DA used to be like, "Shouts out to my dog Mike Holmes in the building."
True that. That's him.
It's between him and DJ Showtime. Rest in peace, PJ. They used to definitely give me a lot of shout outs. And then I was flyering cars at the Rich Homie Quan concert at County Line, and Raylo wasn't there, but I was talking to him on the phone because he, wants to know what it's like or whatever. And somebody thought I was Raylo, bro. Like people always get us confused. I don't have gold. I'm just an ugly white boy, but I don't got gold. And so for those, I've already mentioned it, when I was promoting the show and everything. I say, he's not just a rapper. He's an entrepreneur. You got a snow cone business, Balloons and Tunes, where you do parties and other events. You're a community activist, etc.
Right.
How? I know it's a loaded question, but how did you get involved with so many different ventures? From we've already talked about the rap, and so we'll talk about your entrepreneurial endeavors.
Yeah. Okay. So, actually, I've been a community activist for 10 years now. I won a couple awards and stuff like that. I wouldn't say I won, but I was rewarded, certificates and stuff like that for impacting the community. But yeah, 10 years I've been an activist in the community. On anytime the city in need for any type of help, or every last Sunday in October, we do a give back to the community badge. Every Easter, we do a Easter parade bash. And when I tell you, people comes out, and we're doing spelling bees, we're raffling TVs, bicycles, Easter egg hunt for the kids. We've been doing raffles with pocketbooks, cologne for the man, pocketbooks, purses for the women. anytime we can help, every year we're doing something different for the community. Free food, everybody eat. You know what I'm saying? It's been big. It's been big, and the commissioner of Fort Pierce, his name is Commissioner Butch Alexander. He's a very good friend of mine, and when I first started, he called me up and he joined me and told me he appreciate what I'm doing, out of my own pockets. He appreciate the crowd I bring, and he joined me and he never stopped. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's definitely real leadership in the community for sure. Like, somebody that's an elected official, reaching out and, and supporting you, that's awesome. And so, you got your business too.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about that. I know you do like different parties and other events. You got what was it, snow cones or Italian ice?
It's Italian ice.
All right.
Me and a great friend of mine, a brother of mine, Casey Bradley. We're co-partners of the balloon and spoon business, Italian ice business. But yeah, that's what we do. We sell Italian ice. You can book us for parties. We got bound houses, tables, chairs, popcorn machines, cotton candy machines, cartoon characters, generators. You name it, anything you need for your event or party, we can assist you. And
Nice.
pushing our Italian ice business. It's starting to pick up. Things are looking pretty good about it. So, sky's the limit from here.
Oh yeah, definitely. And so, you got that stuff, rapper, community activist, business owner, but you're also a very, very involved father. You're one of the busiest dudes that I know when it comes to your kids. You know what I mean?
Oh
so,
yeah.
One of your sons is a boxer. Which I'll be. I'm not sure whenever. I should get the shirt any day now. I was trying to wear it tonight to plug that. We still gonna plug it anyway. But
right. And speaking on that, I got some merch to show the people.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like, if you want to get it, do you have it by you or whatever? Or
Right.
Yeah, because just tell me about your son's a boxer. You got him involved with boxing. Tell me about how you got him involved with boxing and how you support him throughout the process, and then afterwards show the merch off.
All right. True. My son, he's a junior, and he was 8 years old. He was on a porch, with one of my close friends, Eddie Bell, and he was slapboxing him on the porch. And my friend was like, "Hey man, look at your son. Look how hard he hit me." He was hitting him pretty much hard enough to back him back. A grown man. So he's like, look at the strength that he had. Look what he's doing. So I said, I'm watching. So the next day, and this 8 years old. The next day, I took him to a boxing gym. And I told him I want my son to box because I see something in him. I've been seeing it. So that was the straw right there. I took him to the gym and he trained, got stronger, got better. And he was 8 then, and now he just turned 13 August 31st. And actually, my first time on a plane was with my son, and that was we went the last of January and we flew to Kansas City. We got on the plane, flew to Kansas City because he had a tournament, a big tournament, people all over the world, from every state. So when we flew to Kansas City, he's going to a big tournament, fight for a belt. And I remind you, my son, he didn't have any fights opposed to his opponents. Opponents had like seven fights apiece. But I took him there, and then he stand up. He won both his fights, and he became National Civic Gloves champion for Region 3.
Oh wow!
yeah, that was one of the moments that made me one of the proudest fathers, you know what I'm saying, in the world, man.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So show everybody your merch that you got, and how they could get in contact with you. I know I got mine coming to me, so so yeah, if you want to show it off. Oh yeah, that's fire right there. Oh yeah, that's fire for sure.
That's my son. He's printed on the side, and that's him on the side.
Nice.
And these are on the side. It's got champion, you know, and you can grab these at in the local area. They're Urban Appeal, the US one in Fort Pierce, Urban Appeal. You can grab these shirts. They come in various colors. You know what I'm saying? You can contact me on Facebook, Rev Mcneno. Rev Mcneno. We send them out like you got yours coming out.
Yeah, man.
So
I'm excited.
That's the Pittman Jr. merchandise right there, and we're trying to take the t-shirt business to the next level, and that's my son business right there, and I'm just helping him run because, and you know, boxing is expensive, so the proceeds he make from his boxing, or he would just, you know, put that into travel, boxing equipment, you know, things like that he's gonna need in his boxing life. We did the grand opening September 1st at Urban Appeal, and it was pretty nice. People came out and supported. I thanks everybody that supported and pushed the shirt. But we have various colors and different styles coming out, and you know, get with us if you want to purchase and help support a young champion.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's one thing I could get behind, and I always tell people, like, you got to get me when I got money straight up, because you know I live, you know, I may be known, I may be known, but I'm not like balling like that or whatever. But you know, I definitely, you know, once somebody lets me know, I'm gonna keep my word, and you know, and then go ahead and do that, because you know I like to see, you know, youth win.
I can actually say that your word bond, and you know, ever since I met you through Facebook, through Raylo, and we finally met like 2 weeks ago, and every way I felt about you, I felt it in, you know, your presence, and you told me about the shirt. You're like, man, I'm gonna get a shirt this day.
Yep.
You got that shirt the same day you said, you know, so your word is bond.
That's,
you know, and that's what we gotta.
All I got's my balls and my word, and I don't break it from nobody. You know what I mean?
True that.
Yeah, and so
I'm the same way here.
Yep. And I met you a few weeks ago, finally in person. And I was, you know, I was actually contacting you, trying to get you on the show. And I was waiting for my pops and at my sister's house, and he was like, "Oh, I'm in Titusville too." So I went up there.
That was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, you were at your son's football game or whatever. I done finesse past you know, because they were charged at the gate. I was like, man, I just came to see somebody real quick or whatever. And they was like, "Oh, you good?" And they just let me go. And, you know, so you got a son in boxing, you got a son in football, you know, just your schedule's got to be crazy. So, you know, dealing with both sports or whatever.
Yeah.
Tell me about what
the schedule is pretty crazy. Yeah, the schedule is pretty crazy because, like, on Saturdays, I actually have three of my boys playing football. I'm 11-year-old playing, and I got 2 8-year-olds playing. So, I got my oldest, my junior, he's boxing. Yeah, and then my little girl, she plays soccer every now and then. So the schedule is pretty crazy, but I make the time. Plus with work, you know, doing the business. So I make the time. I talk to him about it. Dad can be here this day, Dad can be here that day, but either way, I'm gonna make the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I didn't realize you had that many kids.
Yeah, I got 5 of them, man.
Nice.
And they're my first priority. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, so you're definitely busier than I thought you were, as far as keeping up with kids' schedules and all that. But that's
Yeah.
awesome, because that's what this world needs is more of a young brother out there taking care of his kids, keeping them priority. You know what I'm saying? Like just growing
And
up
I
to
get a
be
lot.
decent members of society.
Right. And I get a lot of love from guys that other street cats that's coming up out here, and they're like, you know what, man, you give me motivation. You inspire me to to do for my kids. You inspire me to have a business. You inspire me to to change your life. Because a lot of people tell me, if you can do it, anybody can do it. Basically because they know where I come from. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to tell everybody, all the listeners that's out there, you can change. You can do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Martin Luther King says, it's never too late to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the type of stuff I like to support. You know what I mean? Because I'm from both the hood and the suburbs, and I know a lot of people that's been out there in the streets and they changed their life, and they just need somebody to rally behind them. Like I try to do, just rally behind, and try to push, whatever they're doing to keep, because streets don't love nobody, like you said earlier.
Yeah, the streets don't love you. You may think they do, but the streets don't love you. They don't care nothing about you. Once you're gone, the street still gonna be there. That same old street gonna be there. So what you want to do is educate yourself. You want to learn the do's and the don'ts, and I think everything else will fall in place. Because it's all about energy. Putting yourself around the right energy, the right people. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said in the Bible, it says you're gonna lose the friends or lose the people that you don't need on your way to success or on your way to elevating yourself. But in that process, you're gonna gain the ones you do need. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I take that quote to the heart because it's been showing me that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And so we're gonna move on in the interview here. We're like the 40-minute mark, so I try to keep it about an hour. So we got a lot more to talk about too. Well, not too much more, but I like to keep things moving. It's been a fun ride so far. So you're one of the only rappers, at least from Florida, huh?
I said most definitely.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say something else. Well, that's one thing I don't want to do is interrupt. You keep going in and out of, like not freezing, but I just want to make sure I hear you clearly and all that good stuff. So, like I said, though, you're one of the only rappers, at least from Florida, who I've seen smoke cigars that, that's what kind of, I started following you. I was like, oh, this dude smokes cigars. I got to learn more about this guy. What kind of cigars do you typically smoke?
By the way, this is a real good one. First and foremost, this I like this.
Oh yeah.
And I smoke Mcneno's. Do a few Cubas. But my taste of cigar, I want them to be mild, medium.
Okay.
Not too strong.
Yeah.
I did a Cohiba, special occasions, stuff like that. But the cigar, I've been on them for I'll say 5 years, and I don't know about everybody else, but they give me a peace of mind.
Yeah. Same here. That's what the cigar lifestyle is all about. It's about the camaraderie, but also about it's your time to relax. After a rough day or even while you're doing something. Like me, I kind of smoke more than usual, the average cigar smoker, but when it becomes your lifestyle, that's just how it is.
You're right by that, because like my mom told me, she said you used to smoke those things on a special occasion. Now you just smoke them.
Yeah.
So
about how often
that showed me. I say out of 7 days, 4 days.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I wish I could get it down to that, that amount. But I mean, there's some days I may not. But once that becomes your lifestyle, like it's not. I wouldn't say I'm addicted to it, but it definitely. If I'm having a crazy day, then it's like, damn, I need to have a cigar. You just want that.
Right.
And whenever you smoke cigars, what kind of drinks do you like to pair your cigars with?
I do cognac. Like I'm on some Hennessy now.
Nice.
I do cognac, mellow, nice, strong but mellow drink. Cavassier, Hennessy.
Nice. Yeah, I heard somebody else on another show. They were talking about pairing cigars with Hennessy, but this other guy that was doing the show, he was like, "Oh, really? I never had that." Like he wasn't down in it, but it's definitely anything really. It all depends on the cigar. Anything pretty much pairs with cigars. Even non-alcoholic drinks. Do you like to drink cigars with coffee too, or any other like non-alcoholic drinks as well, or you just pretty much keep it when you're sipping?
I don't have to have a drink, but when I do have me a drink with it, it feels much better.
Yeah.
But I drink Miller Lite, as beer sometimes. Drink a Miller Lite or a Modelo, something like that, have with a cigar.
Yeah, I've paired a cigar with Modelo before. That's not a bad. I'm not a huge beer guy. I usually just drink cheap beer, but it is what it is. Like some people are beer snobs. I try different stuff, but I don't really know what I'm doing. I like Scotch though. Scotch is pretty. I had a cigar the other night. I went to the internet cafe, and they had actual slot machines there, and I played with $50, and I walked out of there with over 300. So I went over to the cigar shop, and I bought like over $230 worth of cigars, and then I sat down at the bar. I had a Glenfiddich 14-year. It was a Scotch, and I drank it with a Brazilian, one of their house blends. It's like a Brazilian wrapper cigar. It's just one of their house blends, and it paired really well with that Scotch.
Right. Let me ask you a question. What's your favorite cigar?
I don't necessarily have a favorite cigar, but one of my favorite cigar blenders is AJ Fernandez. He makes the New World cigars, or the Diesel line that they have on Cigars International. He also makes like different cigars for different people. He's worked with Monte Cristo, and he's worked with Hoyo de Monterrey.
Right.
So he's worked with a lot of different people. He's kind of got his hands in with everything, but I'd say any cigar by AJ Fernandez, but it's hard for me to narrow it down to just one cigar.
I'm the same way, because sometimes when I walk in the smoke shop, I'll be like, I holler at the guys at the smoke shop. Sometimes I'm like, walk with me back here, show me something new, show me something new, something mild, some medium, and you'll never get stuck on one cigar, if you ask me, because there's so many good tasting cigars out there.
Oh yeah,
so it's good to try different ones.
Yeah, I pretty much smoke everything from mild all the way up to the most full body cigar. It all depends on the time of day. This is a good medium cigar that you could smoke any time of the day. But it's got a lot of flavor too. The Celestina Z is the one he's from Cuba. And he blends all his cigars, and actually I think, if I'm not mistaken, some of his cigars are made at the AJ Fernandez tobacco. So I'm kind of impartial. AJ Fernandez not only blends cigars, but he's a farmer in Esteli, Nicaragua. So I'm pretty sure that Z buys tobacco from AJ's farm. So I mean, I smoke some of everything that Córdoba Morales makes. They got something for every cigar smoker. They got really strong stuff, real mild stuff.
Right.
So, yeah.
Me and I feel it's on the right for me to smoke cigars, because, like I told you, I'm elevating, man, and I'm a big dog, so if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna smoke me some cigars and I'm gonna chill. I'm not heavy on the drugs. I'd rather not do all the drugs and all that type of stuff. You smoke me some nice big cigars, quality cigars, and a little drink, and I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and plus, it's an opportunity to network, because when you're a cigar smoker, it doesn't matter where you grew up, where you at now or whatever. Like it doesn't matter what brand cigar, what price point it is. You're all equal going into a cigar shop.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm from both the hood and the suburbs, and a lot of people that I know, like that are big money people, I would have never like known them if it weren't for cigars. Like,
that's true. That's true. That's true. You meet people from all walks of life. All walks of life. When you're smoking cigars, you meet different people, genders and stuff like that from all walks of life, and they're great people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
I also have a cigar case that my lady bought me for Valentine's Day. It's made from Dominican Republic. Oh, it's a great cigar case. And I keep my cigars, my cigar cutters, my matches. Got some nice matches I get from the smoke shop. Everything that I need, I keep them in the case and I keep it with me.
Nice. Now, what cigar shops do you visit in the area? What is your involvement, in the local cigar community locally? Like, do you like to go to events and stuff like that? Cigar events for different brands when they have them, or what's that like for you?
Yeah, I went to I don't know if you ever heard of these guys. They are out of Fort Pierce. They're called Come Smoke With Me.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah, they Slater and Derek Cub. Shout out to those guys. I went to the smoke shop and right before the coronavirus, they had a day. I think they go Monday or Tuesday. And what they do, you meet them at the cigar shop, and they're chilling there for a couple hours, smoking cigars, drinking Captain Morgan, different things like that, and we just have cigar talk, brotherhood.
Yeah,
and it's a good vibe.
Definitely. And so, in a typical relaxing night, what kind of music do you like to listen to when lighting your favorite cigar and you're just in chill mode?
I listen to me some Tupac. Sometimes I want to listen to me some oldie goldie. See, I'm a young cat, you know what I'm saying? But that was one of the name of my mixtapes, Young with an Old Soul. So yeah. I'm more like I listen to me some Tupac, some oldie goldie, smoke me a cigar and relax. I think when I'm done with this, I'll probably use another cigar because I'm gonna watch the NBA Finals tonight. You know what I'm saying? Smoke me a cigar.
Heck yeah. So we just got a few more questions left. We're almost here at the end of the show, man. It's been a lot of fun so far. So.
Oh yeah, it's been fun. Take your time, man. I'm glad you had me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I pretty much asked. I have just a few more little questions or whatever. But what advice would you give a young person wanting to get into music or to start a business?
I tell them stop procrastinating. It's on your mind. It's on your heart. Go for it. At this day and age, time ain't on our side. Time ain't on no one's side. We're living in some wicked times, some wicked days. And speaking of my mixtape, Making My Mark. That's the name. That's why I named my mixtape Making My Mark, because you wanna make your mark while you're here. You don't want to grow old and gray and be what you should have, could have, did. I think whatever's on your mind, whatever's on your heart, you want to go for it. And regardless of the naysayers, the critics, the haters, no matter what anybody doubt you or say, oh, don't do it this way, do it that way. Do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest thing is stop procrastinating and get to it.
Yep, that's pretty much what I had to do when starting this show, because when I went from being involved on somebody else's platform, people were asking me if I was going to start a show. And at first I was like, no. And then I was like, you know what? I can put a whole different spin on things and do my own style. And that's what I did. So here we are. If it wasn't for me not procrastinating, I wouldn't be sitting here. So
True that.
It is a real grind. I'm already really well known in the cigar world, but to translate that to, getting people following you on YouTube after you got so many followers, people are lazy half the time. So you got to just constantly promote it. But, nothing good comes easy,
Yeah. Nothing you working for comes easy. Like I tell my son all the time, I'm saying, man, for you to be champion, like the guys couldn't believe that he won a national Silver Gloves champion, and he didn't have fights, so it didn't sit well with him. So we let him know he been grinding since he was 8 years old. So that what makes him, he work hard, and even the days that he's not at the gym, I take him out and I train with him on the weekends, and we train hard. He was 125 pounds in March. Today he's 145 pounds, all muscle, strong. You know what I'm saying? So we in life, you just got to work hard, work towards something. And it don't take. People think when you do something, you got to start big. It got to be almost done. No, when you're doing something, you start small and you work yourself up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a firm believer at that. Start small, work yourself up, write down your goals. It could be some little goals. Write down your goals, attack your goals. And when you look up, you'll have more goals on the drawing board.
Yep, exactly. Just a few more questions now. So we've kind of already talked about one of the questions I was going to ask, about what you're thinking about the cigar that we're smoking. What would you, rate that, just...
From 1 to 10?
Yeah, I guess we could do that, 1 to 10 scale.
Honestly, I rate this a 10.
Nice.
I enjoy it.
Nice. And after the show, there's a link in the YouTube description, and then you could do a search on where they, where they carry these cigars, and then if they don't have anywhere local, then you can usually order from certain retailers and stuff like that, to expand your palate some. And where can everyone follow you on social media?
Social media, you can follow me on Facebook at Rapping Mcnino Pittman Senior. On Facebook or on Instagram, you can catch me at Rapping Mcnino. Dat Piff for the music. You can catch me at Rapping Mcnino. I'm SoundCloud, Rapping Mcnino. I'm them places like that. And I'm just trying to expand my brand, my platform, things like that. But that's where you can catch me at.
Nice. So lastly,
my email is rappingmcnino@gmail.com.
All right, definitely. So lastly, what else do you want people to know about you? This is the last thing, and then we'll be done in just a few minutes here.
I just want the people to know that I'm a trying man. You know what I'm saying? I made my mistakes. I've been through difficult times in life. I'm from the hard knock life. Nothing was given to me, and I'm surely not done with trying to get to where I'm going. So I'm just a trying man, and I want to let everybody know if I can change and try to do the right thing in life, you can also do it too. Separate yourself from the bad energy, the negative energy, to the good energy. And every time you get ready to do anything, you question yourself, you ask yourself, is this the best decision? Is this the best decision or is it not? If you know what's the best decision, you choose that. You know what I'm saying? Choose the best decision. I think you'll be all right. Because that's what life is about, choices.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, we're here at the end of this show. We had a few people watching throughout the show, kind of coming and going. That's the thing about a new live show. You have to, you have to be doing it for a while. You'll get a bunch of commenters, and once I build that show, I already have a following, but the show following, starting a whole new show. But right after the broadcast, you'll be able to just share out the from the links that I posted or whatever. You'll be able to like rewatch it like right after, and then you'll be able to see it in the videos sometime tomorrow. And all that good stuff. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for tuning in on this show that tuned in. Make sure you subscribe. Don't stop just watching and not subscribing. Subscribe and all that good stuff. Subscribe, baby. Subscribe. And I know I get views because people definitely check it out after the fact. So
true that.
Yeah. So I'll definitely be pushing that like right after the show. So yeah, I do appreciate you for coming on Herfstone Live, man. I hope you enjoy that cigar, the rest of it, and all that good stuff. And I'll let you know when I get the shirt.
All right, true that, man. And thanks for having me. You guys subscribe to Herf's Live. It's a good show. Make you feel comfortable, make you feel welcome. Subscribe. And we building independence. And I want people to know that it's not a what's going on in the world today is not a race war. And we just, like, for example, I'm the guest tonight. I'm an African American, you're a Caucasian, and we feel each other, we understand each other, and we good friends. So I want the world to know that it's not about being divided, it's about just conquering things, And everybody just, vibe with each other, fill each other out to make the world better.
Yeah. That's why I do my show, because, I'll sit with people, a lot of people that, they'll see rappers or people, from the urban demographic, because that covers a wide range of things. And they just see a certain way that, people carry themselves, but they don't know, they don't get to see that person just sitting, right, hanging out and just kind of giving their thoughts on things. And that's what cigars do. They bring people together. It doesn't matter what your background is, whatever. Cigars bring people together for sure.
True that. That's true.
I'm gonna go ahead and end this show, but we can still talk after we're live and all that stuff, because we got the green room here. We just won't be live. So yeah, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and peace out, y'all.
I love, man. Thanks for having me, man. Mcneno, Herf's Live.
Oh yeah.